Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to use Buncee to make a digital reading journal. For today, we are just designing the cover of our journal and maybe adding a page where you can put the books that you've been reading so far since you've been home. You can even put your digital reading, like things you've been reading on Raz Kids. But we will be adding to this journal for today. Really, just the cover is what we need, and you could do the optional page of putting the books that you've read so far. So you'll want to start at class link launch and you want to go into Buncee. My Buncee is already opened, so I'm going to go right to it, but this is where you head. Lots of Buncees are open today. Okay, so this is the cover of my notebook. I'll show you how I found this screen to add my name. And then I have a page here that is my shelf that shows some of the books that I've been reading so far. I'm just going to get to it this way so you can see it. Okay, so I've read to my children at home a book called The Unteachables and The Tale of Despereaux. I reread it so that I'd be ready to read it to you guys. And then I could add more books to my shelf. So this is a page you might want to make. There's different kinds of shelves as well. So I'm going to head back to Buncee and show you how you might start at the beginning, okay? You would be at your dashboard. I have a lot of Buncees, but you should end up on a page that looks kind of like this. So you want to first go to create a new Buncee, and then you'll say create on 3.0. Okay, you want to start from scratch. Where it says click here to change the background, this is where you have tons of options of how you want your reading journal to look. You can make it look like a notebook, you can make it look like a regular book, you could just have a beautiful artistic color cover. I made mine kind of reading related, so I searched for reading. You could also look for books. I thought some of these were really nice options too. And then as you scroll down, you'll see lots of these are some of the shelves that I found that you can look for also. And I chose one of the ones, this is what I chose. You don't have to pick that one at all, right? And if you don't want it to necessarily look like a reading theme cover, you could just do like a nice art background. Okay, and actually, if you come to the side, you'll see different categories for that, right? These are just some beautiful like watercolor. So let's say that you wanted something like that for your background, just kind of like a pretty tie-dye background. Okay, so once that's in, you want to come to the right-hand side and do a plus sign, and you want to add text. Okay, I would like everyone's journal to have their name on the front. So mine said Mrs. Sokolowski's digital reading journal. Make another one. And you can play with the font if you wanted to highlight it and change it to make it look a different kind of font. You can make it bigger or smaller. You could center it. Okay, and you could add personalized pictures too if you wanted to maybe make a sticker. Let's say that you really love rainbows and you wanted to have a rainbow on your notebook, you could do that too. Okay, and if you want to add the page that has the bookshelves, you're going to go to the left-hand side. In Buncee, when you're working on a canvas, the right is going to give you things that you add right here. The left is going to give you another page. Okay, so if we type in reading again, we should find those shelves. You scroll down. Okay, so let's say you wanted to make a shelf like this. Okay, and then if you wanted to bring a book in, that's a little trickier. You have to go to plus, and then you could search for it in web image, but a lot of the books that we like aren't there. So you might have to go outside of that to like Google, get an image, and then upload it. If you need help with that, I can make a different slide another day, but that would be how you would get another book title in. Okay, if you don't want to do a bookshelf, right, let's change that and just say we want to make like a color background. You could even just make a color background and make a list of what you've been reading. You know, I've been reading just something that you can kind of keep track of what you've been reading. So let's say at home you were reading on Get Epic, and then maybe you will tell me some of the titles that you read on Get Epic. Or you read on Raz Kids, and you could tell me some of the titles on Raz Kids. Okay, and that is totally fine too if you prefer not to have a shelf. Okay, so that's today's reading assignment. At the top where it says Untitled, just give it your name so that when I see it in your Buncee, I know which one I'm looking at. Okay, my friends, that is how we are going to make our digital reading journal. Please let me know if you have any questions.